What's happening, everyone? Sorry about that, just sorting out my mic and chat settings. I'm hoping you guys can hear me now. But we are here around Portugal for our next round here at CDR, where we have qualifying already taken off. So we've already got 3 drivers that are looking to set mediums round here, trying to make the most of their tyres here. So we're going to have a look to see who's going to be first across the line. It looks like it's going to be a Ferrari. Is that off? Anderson? No, that is his outlet. He's starting here. I think in the chat as well we had it as a all dry throughout qualifying here and the race. Portugal here, one of my favourite tracks. Can be a bit sticky in certain situations, turn 8 and track limits as well, especially for the first 2 corners. You outbrake yourself there, hit too much speed in turn 2, or you don't turn it tight enough in turn 1, will lead to 1, possibly 2 track limits easily there. So still waiting for someone to set a lap here, so I think is that going to be Ginge? No, that is not Ginge, I think that was Clay starting his lap. So first lap is the Wickham with a 1:19.1. So setting a benchmark here, going to see who else can follow up. We've got McLaren off Nerf Pack, going to be second one to start a lap here. He comes in second place with a 1:19.3, and that is Ginge, who is a 19 flat. So already getting into the low 19s here to start off Q1. And we've got Anderson, I believe, who is sneaks into P3 from 1:19.2 there, so not a lot of time difference between Anderson and Nerf Pack. So let's see how we're going. So that's Terry is coming out of the pits there. I believe that is the second race in a row. I've got your name right without calling you the other name, so getting a little bit better of his name there. So yeah, that is Teabag, okay, Teabag reserving and Ninja. So admin boys there showing Teabag there that he can hang with the big boys. Ninja as well, just pipping him by 0.02 of a second there to get a 1:18.7. Teabag, I don't really see him here in Tier 2, normally reserve, and that is Milky Man, that goes into P3, was P2 with an 18.7. Kiani, again, 0.4 quicker than Ninja now, so that is an 18.3 there. So we got Clay as well, who snuck in behind his teammate with a 1:19, and Ginger with a 19 flat, so there is again 0.06 of a second seven East Alpine. East Alpine boys so far qualifying have been close. Timing wise for these boys, past few races, it's been neck and neck with them. Again, these boys, we've seen their teamwork, what they've done, especially in Brazil. So in Tier 2, Alpine are looking strong as engine and pitch. So we're going to jump on board, I believe, of Cami, who is going to be setting his lap here. Again, Cami as well, setting a good qualifying pace, and that is a 18.7. Yeah, last round Cami was up there, and that is Teddy Henke that has retired, and that's Terry's as well off track. Not too sure where Teddy's Henke's car is. If you jump on with Cami, I believe we might be able to see his car. So yeah, Bindit coming up the hill, possibly a snap of oversteer there, sending him straight into that wall there. Done it many times myself, and that's another yellow flag. Not too sure what that yellow flag is for. Okay, no, that is for a Mercedes in Sector 3. That is Cami turn 8, I believe that is. Again, another place Cami there lining up his tyres as well. That's going to take a while for him to cool down. Hopefully he might be able to build up another ERS and no, he's not got enough in the tank, so that is unfortunately Cami with burnt tyres. And speaking of looking at the AlphaTauri, Cameron Porter sets a 1:17.9, so we are breaking the 1:18 to let alone a 1:19 tier. So we'll jump on board with Terrius as he's approaching the penultimate corner. Come up to the final corner now. Sometimes he can set here in Aston Martin, who goes to a 1:35.9. A little bit slow, unless that is a burner lap, of course. We'll stay on board and see if he can improve on that. And there's a yellow flag as well in Sector 1. There's 2 cars, and so that is Wickham and that T-bag, yep. I think it's going for traffic. Wickham though does realise that there is a qualifying going on. It's currently parked. Okay, yep. Wickham is disqualified. They're parked in a dangerous location, so that is his car retired. Not too sure what's happened to the Wickham. Paranoid starting his outlap as well. So far already 2 cars of Teddy Henke and Wickham that will be having an early exit here for Q1. So that only leaves space for 3 more cars on the drop zone. As well, we've got Saki in the reserves too. Got Red Bull, that's really wide there, I think, making space. Oh, gone incredibly wide there. Not too sure what's going on here. Maybe not happy with this lap. Looking to build ERS back possibly. Ooh, slightly wide there. Managed to stay just within track limits there. Cameron Porter retires in the pits. Definitely going to be saving that lap time there. So looking at the time to drop zone, I mean from 7th down to 13th, I believe that is what, 6/10, and then drop zone down to there is 8/10, I believe, and that I believe was Ginge moving up into P3. No, it's actually moving up to P4, sorry, for 1:16.3. Getting one of them tracks. Where the incline and decline in tracks are ridiculous. You know, you're braking early for where things are going through now, going downhill. Again, just staying within track limits there. Does look to be onto a good lap here. Finish line, so it's probably tied there. It's at 1:18.6 and move them up into P5. So again, that could be another safe quality time now. I mean, drop zone is a 1:19.4, so that is just under a second. So who else have we got out on track? We've got Ginger, I believe, on his in-lap, yep. So we'll jump on board with Chris or Paranoid, see how these guys, well, Chris is in the pits, coming just out the pits. So we'll jump on with Paranoid to see how he gets as he's come up to the final sector of the race. See what Paranoid can do. Paranoid goes into 10th for 1:18.8, and Jin's also retired in the pits as well, obviously happy for his lap time there. So for the meantime, we will jump on board with, oh no, tell a lie, we've got Saki who's 2 seconds up on his time, so I'll have to hit this lap and go again. So yeah, we'll jump forward with Chris on his out lap. See how Chris can do there. We check on our comments. I think I saw one come through. Yeah. There he is. He's had no practice, and I'm using the setup I found on Google. This could be interesting. Yeah, because you can never believe anything on the internet. So we've got a few more cars as well coming out the pits to settle up. I think that's an Aston Martin of Terrier. Speak of the Devil is coming out from the pits. Sky does look a bit cloudy. It was a bit brighter earlier, so we'll see We get a little weather change as well, see if that takes away the benefit of track evolution. Chris is on to set his lap here. And that is T-Bug as well, that is retired. Can't see his car pit, says. The yellow sector 3, so I assume T-Bug's happy with retirement again, retired in the pits. Chris as well, extra careful getting the power down again. This is one of them tracks. Power down a split second early, and that is involving in the spin. That is gets a nice include there. Kiani's retired as well, so yeah, everyone looks like they're happy with their lap time so far. Saki's retired. What's that? And that's a purple sector 2 for Chris. So yeah, Chris again keeping it nice and clean here. Looks like his car was oversteering a little bit. I had to ease up on the power to keep it from the track limits. The line hits a 119.2, so stays very yes, still at still in the drop zone. So yeah, so with Saki to that only leaves Chris and Nerf Pack to have a look on Terry's as well. Just in the drop zone, as well as Isaac and Clay. Ninja's retired from the session. So yeah, so we jump on board with Terriers who only is 4 temps up on his lap time. Purple sector 2 there, so 4 temps up at the moment will put him possibly 10th. Matching Paranoid's time, we'll find out as we see what he can do in sector 2. And yep, Terrier's there with a 118.6, puts him up into P6, so then that leaves Chris and Nerf Pack in the drop zone. Chris, I believe, is on another lap, and who's unfortunately gone quite a bit wide there. 3 minutes left of the session. Ashik is on his outlap as well, so definitely risk it and drop here, especially with Chris and Nerf Pack as well, not too far behind. 2 temps of a sick Nerf Pack is an attempt for Chris, so only a couple of attempts into this as well. Clay as well is in the pit still. Again, he's Chris and Nerf Pack can find time, that would mean that he's in a drop zone too. So it's just cars now, come on, outlap, we're going to Asic and Paranoid. We've got who fuel light on with 100% ERS, so she's got enough in the tank. So we've got a battle here for the drop zone. I mean, even Paranoid's P12's come out. He's getting really close here for with just under 2 minutes left in the session. The pressure is on these boys. Clay as well, still in the pits. Clay thinks that he might have enough. So yellow flag is sector 3, I believe that would be, I think it's possibly on low fuel mode, I'd imagine. And that is another purple sector 2 by Ashik, but I believe that's a purple sector 2 around the following cars around him. So we've got 2 yellow flags and no one's stopped, so I'm not too sure what the yellow flags are about there. So Ashik, as he's coming up to the final corner here, has he done enough? Yeah, and he does, moves up into P14, so that is now Clay that is on the drop zone, and we've got Chris looking like the only one to with enough time to set a lap here. So on his lap time, with 40 seconds left, 3 corners to go. Should be more than enough time for him to get across the line. So Chris, final chance here to get into Q2, possibility of knocking Clay out. Through turn 1. Two and 3 up the hill, keeping the track limits there. Turn 7 and 8. Tidy through turn 8 to turn 9. I've missed what he set one time was, but we'll find out if he's up and down through sector 2, and he's all just off his fastest time by half a tenth. So all to play for him, sector 3. It is make or break. Everyone waiting for Chris to cross the line. And unfortunately, he did find that half a tenth, but it wasn't enough. Half a tenth improvement on his lap time, so that is Clay through to Q2. Unfortunately, Chris there, not enough. So that, I believe, is, I think we're waiting for Paranoid, who says he's in the pits. Yeah, just waiting for Paranoid's car to come back in the pits to get our Q2 on the way. Yeah, Clay there in the comments. Yeah, risky move for me not to go out again. Just, yeah, well, I mean, I was thinking maybe if you've got, or maybe same set of tyres, depends on the wear on them. But yeah, real close there. Just over a tenth and a half, just under a tenth and a half between you and Chris. But you stuck to your guns, and yeah, risky move pulled off. So Q1 to an end. We've got Camion Porter setting the fastest time of 17.9. So going through as well with him is Brad, Kiani, Gins, Anderson, Snitsy, Terriers, Dilly said it there. Thanks. Ninja, Paranoid, Milky, Teabag, Cami, Ashik, and Clay. And then being knocked out is Chris, Nerfpack, Saki, Henke, and Wiccan. Wiccan as well, not too sure what happened to Wiccan there, again, he parked on track and eventually Countdown disqualified him. We've got Bab, what's happening, mate? Hope you're all good. So yeah, so just waiting for the countdown for Q2 to begin. Henke, he crashed. I'm trying to think where he crashed. I think it was through sector 2 he crashed. Terminal damage. Just waiting for Q2, so see. No doubt everyone will be on the soft tyres. So it looks like she could be the first car. No, there is also a Ferrari that's pipped him out as well. And I think it's that AlphaTauri out as well. Yep, Cameron Porter. That Cameron Porter leading the pack. Yeah, Porter's leading the pack here. So we've got pretty much majority of the cars out on track, barring 3, I believe. Yep, 3. So Kiani, Teabag, and Clay still in the pits. And there's a yellow flag already in sector 2. It's Paranoid, that looks like he's lost it between 7 and 8. Cameron Porter, so we've got weather reports for Cameron not knowing when the rain is coming in the race. It's so annoying and want to keep the set soft looking for from the track. And okay, so it is rain in the race. I'm taking it by then. Oh, I'm not too sure if it was just me looking at the wrong time, but it looked a little bit slow coming up the hill there. And there's a yellow flag as well as that. Not sure who that was, but there is another yellow flag out in sector 1 of Teabag. Yeah, look, lost it there, possibly 3 times, 1 and 2. We'll jump on board over back with Cameron Porter to see what how his first lap's going to shape out to be. Flat, so the Ninja might have an 18.3, I believe that is, and that was Milky Man, that was 18.4, I think an 18.8, we're hitting the 18s here. There's that Terriers looking across the line, he's on the line, sets a 19.3. So far it's been a way that orders of cars crossing the line has been there, and what the hell was that by Terriers? Well, after that, you definitely better be called Terrorize after that. Terrorizing your controller died. Right, that went straight into the wall. That was, yeah. I'm taking a look Kiani as well with, that is Milky Man and Alpha Mayo. Oh, okay, not too sure what's happening here. They're both on the lap time. They both do the lack of a lap time, but, yeah. Milky Man. Kiani there, so that is Kiani going into the pits now as well. Also we missed out on that, we've got Brad set a 1:18.8 as well, and Sinks 18.9, so jump on board with Jins to see how he how his laps can come through. So yeah, so your controller died and is plugged in. Is it the switch plugged on your wall if you're using the plug socket? But yeah, not too sure what what was happening there, straight into the wall. So we've got Jins looking to set his lap time as he crosses the line, goes into 4th place with 18.7. Terry is making it a little bit easier for everyone, ploughing straight into the wall, and that was Clay again, snuck up just behind. Was that Clay that snuck into a 18.8? Clay as well. Monday we've got to be going into this the pits this lap. Yep, so that is Milky Man. Milky Man slides into P2 with an 18.3. So just got Camu and Paranoid left to set a lap to see how it chills off again now. Obviously only have to worry about 4 cars with Terriers already out of the top 10. back here, and after Haas, I think might just be making space for everyone. So Kiani as well, still in the pits. That's in the free drive as well. Take advantage of track Henderson coming up right at the very end to set a lap. Bit risky as well if you haven't set a lap previously, because if you've got giving yourself time for one lap, then it's make or break. What can you start his lap? There's a purple sector one for Cammy, but again I believe that will just be his personal one because he hasn't set a lap yet. Turn 8. Keep an eye on Pano, he's just up ahead as well. He'll be setting his first lap for Q2. There's quite a bit of curb there. This looks like it slowed them down a little bit. That's 18.89, and Cammy behind him. Cammy joining his teammates so far, 1 and 2 again for AlphaTauris for now. 10th and a half between Cammy and Cameron there. Again, around Holland, these boys as well, sector 2. I believe that after they got split during the Q3. So, Cameron Porter as well is out again and was nearly 3/10 up on his time through sector 2. So Cameron Porter here, going to be showboating. I mean, he's got fresh tyres on as well. So again, beats the old fastest lap for 1:17.7. Purple in all sector 3. All sectors. That looks like. Yeah, Cameron Porter there, sitting comfortably in P1. Definitely, I'd imagine we'll be going through to Q3 with a time like that again. No one else to break the 18s, going into the 17. So we've got Teabag and Ginge all on the out lap as well. Ginge has got a car behind him, and I believe that is no, who's that behind? Okay, no, then Cameron Porter, so that's not too important. Might be trying to have a quality cut to behind it for a toe there. So we've got Teabag, Ginger and Clay all on the out lap here. So again, even 10th down, so flat down to 6th, it's only 0.08 of a second that separates them two in the drop zone. Anderson's on a just under a second to Brad and Peter and Kiani as well, so he's out lap looking to set his first time as well to try and get into the top 10. Again, everyone will come on a fresh set, so we'll be leaving let's have at least a minute fresh set for Q3. Cameron's Port retired, no surprise about that with a time like that. But Din's coming through sector 2 here. That's a purple sector 2 for Jidge. This all was up on his time. Down on his time, I mean. Cross the lines and improved by 6 tenths, putting him to P2. So again, just splitted Team Cam there in AlphaTauri there. 200ths quicker than Cammy. So we'll jump on board, see who else we've got. T-Bag to move on to P4 with a 1:18.1. So T-Bag coming up, normally reserving in, I think either doing comms, I believe actually, normally in tier 1 or reserving. So yeah, here in tier 2. Can retire as well. So we've got, who else we've got? We've got Clay that's out and he's just started his lap. So Clay not doing the same tactic he done in Q1 of risking it. And that is Clay as well with an invalidation. As well, since 3 attempts up on his time through sector 2. Cruz needs about half a second, puts him up into P8 again, still within the drop zone, only 4 tenths there. P10 currently, so yeah, so Brad there as well. Brad 200 sort of actually, exactly. Brad is 3 tenths up as well, so these 3 tenths here are quite crucial because that will put him just above Clay. Another tenth up, put him into the air, and he's found 6 tenths, puts him into P4 with an 18.1. So then yeah, so we have still close. So Kiani as well, I believe that might have been a bank lap set on 119. See what Kiani can do, if he can make it fine so that bank lap is set, and it puts him to P3 of 118.1. So yeah, everyone is jumping up out of the drop zone. And who was that? That was Ashik that has spun it. So Sheik unfortunately not going to have enough time to set and go in the pit and get another set of tyres, but maybe he's got enough fuel in the tank and build up the ERS to get him across to get another lap in. Unfortunately he's sitting on drop zone. Clay as well is into the pits, so that is Clay unfortunately that will be knocked out. So yeah, we've got Paranoid as well, who's on his fast lap, and Anderson's on his out lap. Oh, Anderson's through sector 2, 40 seconds. Is that going to be enough? He's cutting it close. So again, sitting in a drop zone in P15. Starting his fast lap as well. Again, he's sitting P10. As well, 2 tenths up on his time through sector 1 if he's approaching sector 2. Again, Smithy P9 wouldn't say he's exactly comfortable, especially as he can Paranoid out on their laps. And since he's now into P10, that's Paranoid out found his lap time to get some 118.2. So the drop zone now is looking lively. So yeah, we've got the thing who made his lap or not. He is still going. It's going to be interesting. So yeah, we've got Smithy Sinks and we've got Ashik who is 5 tenths up on his time through sector 1 apparently according to this. So yeah, so 2 cars watching, Sinks and Ashik. It's going to be interesting, these boys out of the drop zone, and that is a yellow flag. It thinks that is on low fuel mode. So also has an actually, who as well has the low fuel mode as well. He is low on ERS, so not too sure. And he has spun it. So yeah, so that is it, I believe. Paranoid. We're just waiting on Paranoid, Sinks, and Sheik. And that does look like it will sum up Q2 here. So yeah, a bit intense. As well, for the drop. So Ninja as well, who was up top 5 I believe at one point, has dropped down to P10 with just over a 10th in it between him and Sinks, who's coming to put across the line instead of making us wait for your pits to pit crew to get you in the pits. But yeah, could have saved us a bit of time crossing the line. So just waiting for the game now. Yep, there we go. So Campbell going through with a 17.7, being his previous time in Q1. Snixie, Jins, Kiani, Cammy, Brad, Teabag, Paranoid, Milky and Ninja all going through to bat out in Q3. And then you're losing Sinks, Clay, Ashik, Terrius and Anderson. So with countdown for Q3 to get underway. Cameron Porter there showing his dominance for his quali pace. Not only setting the fastest lap once, but coming out again to do it again and beating it by 2/10. Again, during the race, so I think they are expecting rain, but no one knows when the rain is coming. So that can be a game changer there. So it does look a little bit brighter for Q3. So waiting for the first car to approach, which looks like a Red Bull. Oh no, it's Teabag that gets the car ahead of his this pitch. That's Red Bull Brad coming out. So Teabag pit Cameron to get out the pits first, who does let him go past. Jumping board of Teabag, so he's outlapping. See what Teabag can do. Everyone out, buying 2 cars with it, Ninja and Kiani, so yeah, everyone getting out nice and early. Interesting Teabag here again, tier 3 driver. We're into Q3. Teabag's got to pick up the hill, start his lap, as well as Cameron just starting his lap. And there's the yellow flag in sector 3, which looks like could be an Alpha Milky Man, not too sure what that was for. Also approaching the hill. Nice and planted on the rear there, no way but oversteers. It's a purple sector 1 there, but I don't know how far Cammy's going, whether that is standing or not. Here's the turn 8 there, again his car is looking quite planted. It'll be interesting to see who's gone for the high wings for the downforce. And who's gone lower to get maximum speed and teabag as well. It is looking nice and tidy. No signs of any over under steer. Teabag coming through the final corner, so we're going to see what current quarter time sets a 1:17.6, so a tenth faster than his previous lap. Teabag set a 1:18.4. A good lap there by Teabag. Current Port again finding a tenth of, and I thought we would have gone into the wall there, just like there was looking like it wasn't going to stop. So we've got Brad as well sneaking to P, well was P2, P3 with 1:17.9. 100th of a second ahead of him is Nixie with a 17.94. Milky Man's in P4 and Paranoid sets a 19.3. So Jim's looking to cross the line, see where Jim's coming to start as well. Jim's at 18 flat, putting P4 at the moment, so we've still got Kiani and Cammy. Cammy will be first. He's in sector 2 here. We've got a yellow flag ahead of him. Hopefully he's just slow moving traffic moving out of the way. So far, I mean, I'll be honest, in terms of spins, what I've seen on stream so far, I mean, it's not as bad as me. I think I had more spins in practice than I've seen on track so far. So these boys here definitely got a few cars out. We have seen a few, obviously, a lot of victims falling from turn 8, which is most common up that hill. Is off camera as well, especially carrying too much speed through the exit can lead to a track limit. Cammy coming into the pits must not have been happy with that lap time there. So we've got Kiani, he's set to 17.7, so a tenth of Cameron Porter sitting and puts him up into P2. This is under 2/10 clear of P3 of Snitsy, who's gone back into the pit. So we've got Ninja, who is on, got to finish the final corner. And we see what Ninja can do here at 18.4. That puts him into 8th place. So I'm going to see who the next car to come out on track is. Kiani there, like I said, only just under 10th separates him from getting a pole position here. Start a race off in Portugal. And that is Teabag, I believe that is the first, his second lap. So these are the comments. He's annoyed with that, was backing himself to get around 8. You could have got 8 if you didn't terrorise your car, mate. Yeah, terrorise or terrorise. As Colin said in Discord, mate, you should just change it into terroriser. Teabag is currently the only car out on track. CDR Terrorizer, you have to talk to and then Kieran about that, but it does sound like a good name for a complaints department. CDR Terrorizer. So you need someone for your complaints department. Fitting name there. Teabag is says fastest lap here, and I believe that is Jim's ahead of him. That came out for pit 2. So Teabag 2 tenths up on his time already through sector 1. That is a purple sector 1. Again, it's frustrating, doesn't let me know if that is a overall or just a cars around him. Already up on his time here. Turn 8, nice and steady. Yeah, we've got a few more cars coming out on track as well. Keeping it nice and wide there, making the most of the track. Find a few corners. Feedback looking good. Gets a 1:17.8, puts him in P3. 6 tenths quicker he found on that lap time there. So we'll jump on board, I believe. See on his out lap. So yeah, it's Ginge who is coming up through sector 2, who is just under a tenth on his time there. So yeah, from what it was, seeing both Avatoris up on pole position, front grid, we've got second and third row. We have got so far both has been Kiani and T-Bag so far. That 300ths of a second separates them two. So it's still close. I mean, yeah. So we've got top 5 now breaking on the 1:18s again with Brad with a 1:17.9. Ginger's just on the outskirts. So again, who purple sector 2 down on his time too. So we can see Ginge possibly here. So he can find enough to maybe still P3 away from T-Bag. What, 2.5 minutes left, so everyone may still have enough time to set a lap here. And that is Jim, a 1/10.5. So yeah, just 500ths off T-Bag there. So T-Bag still sitting in third place. We have seen Snitsy, who's I believe it was Holland who snatched fastest lap. He done it on Q2 and Q3, who snatched the fastest lap, and sorry, just distracted by the car ahead of him was Brad. Yeah, we've seen him in his last lap left to go. We've seen him pull out fastest laps to take an upset at the last second, at the last chance. We could see the same here. And again, we have got Brad out on his come through sector 3 again. Brad sitting in 6th place. Brad sneaks up into P5, a 10th quicker to set a 17.8. So again, Snitsy as well is his out lap. So who else have we got on the fast lap? We've got, is that Cammy? Cammy 1:25 for his out lap there. Base gave me the time for his out lap, which is new. Ninja was that? Okay, he just said it was 5 tenths down, but he's a 2.5 down, up on his time. Paranoid that moves up into P7 with a 9.95. Sorry, oh, and Paranoid spins it as well. So if that would be his Kiani. Didn't see that come in. Kiani there, 17.5 with purple sectors 2 and 3, not getting, didn't look like he got the first purple sector. But yeah, Kiani there, a 10th of Cameron, something that I didn't think I might have seen throughout qualifying, anyone beating Cameron Paul. But again, I think Cameron Paul is also out on lap time. He does a purple sector 2. So Cameron Paul are looking to possibly regain his pole position here. Again, T-Reg still sitting comfortably in P3, but there's not a lot of time difference between him and Paranoid, who I believe might have enough time for a lap. So Cameron takes it at 17.2, that is a disgusting time. 17.2 and purple's all sectors there, so we'll jump on board with Paranoid, who's got his low fuel mode. So Paranoid, unfortunately, without no ERS through the final sector, you will not be gaining anything. So it's this Milky Man, who's in P9 at the moment. man comes to sector 3. Has he done really improve on his time here? He's coming up to the line. Yes, enabled, and he gets a P3 of 17.7, just knocking T-Bag down to P4, and that is the end of Q3. Cameroon disaster of Q3. Unlucky there, but we have seen you start from around 10th place and gain a few positions, so it's not always doom and gloom, mate. You've got 33 laps to catch the cars ahead and over to make the moves. So yeah, Cameron and Kiani, they're having a little battle. Kiani as well, I believe, was the winner of our last race. Cameron Porter there, pole position. So for that Q3 over, so starting on pole we have Cameron Porter, and behind him on in second place on the grid will be Kiani. Milky Man will start the race in third, T-Bag in fourth, Ginger in fifth, sixth will be Brad, seventh Snitsy, eighth Paranoid, Ninja in ninth, and then Cammy in 10th. That'll be our top 10 rundown for the race. Also, Bosso, just to say, Cameron would have pole in tier 1 and Kiani P3. So Cameron Porter there showing that he hasn't lost his speed from coming down from tier 1 to tier 2, and Kiani as well. P3 for Kiani in tier 1, that is impressive lap times here. So from tier 1 and tier 2, it does look like Cameron got the fastest lap out of both tiers. So Cammy did say might have some rain in the race. It looks like it's going to be starting the race nice and dry, blue skies, not a cloud in sight. So conditions have gotten better since qualifying. So far above the paddocks, can't see any grey clouds there. So waiting for all the. So Cammy's saying rain is right at the end of the forecast. So that will be interesting play if it's at the end of the forecast. So that should be at the end of the race, possibly. So we've got 15 seconds on the countdown. So we're waiting for the lights for the formation light. Let's get all the. See how everyone is on tyres. So got a bit of a mixture. So top 10 dominantly is on mediums. Ginger only one in the middle of the pack there, starting on the hard tyres. Ashik Terrorizer and 13th and 14th on the hard, as well as excuse me, Chris as well on the mediums. Not too, a bit of contact there between Chris and what's that? Saki. Yep. So Chris on the hard, Saki and Chris, yep, disqualified. There's a little bit of contact, not too sure what's happened between the two drivers, and as well as Teddy Henke on hard in 19th and Wickens on medium. So it's going to be interesting. I mean, if there is rain at the end of the race, depends how far at the end of the race. Hard's possibly, maybe hard soft before the rain is an option, but the problem with this game is my missus, when we go out, doesn't know what she wants to do, what her mind is, could change her mind at the last instance. Just like Cody's weather forecast, could be dry, slack with wet weather 2 minutes later. So predicted strategy is medium for 15 to 19 laps, and rest on hard and vice versa, obviously for the medium. So yeah, Jin's in a good position on the hard day. If he can sort of work his way up and, you know, maybe even gain a couple of positions, stay ahead of the medium boys, will definitely put him at an advantage, depending on how the weather goes in this race. So we've got the grid lining up. We've got a few cars we're just waiting for. That Teddy Henke, yeah. Teddy Henke approaching the back of the pack. If we can keep this camera angle for the first corner, this would be perfect to see everything that goes on. So that is Terriers and Cadmy and Anderson and Brad. Not finding their pit box there. So we've got 3 or 4 lights, 5 lights. And the lights are out and the cars are off. So we have got Kiani that is in second place, and that is Milky Man that's gone a little bit off track there. I'm not too sure if he made a move on Teabag, and that is Teabag and Jins that's had contact. Jins unfortunately feeling the worst of that. Looked like he did spin his car. There, Jins has been moved on to P14. Oh, and there's a nice little battle of contact between Paranoid and Henke. Henke already gained up a few positions. That is Paranoid that's gone for the outside, and there's a little bit of push to shove. Oh, and that is, who is that? Is that Henke? Is that, yeah, Henke was Henke and Terriers, both Aston Martins at the back of the pad, talking about a Teddy on Teddy's nearly beat his car there in the gravel trap. But yeah, Teddy Henke did make a couple of places there. Unfortunately, did end up in contact, so we'll see position change. Yeah, so we've got, top 4 stay the same. Since he's made his way up into P5 and P7, so is Ninja and Clay's made up 5 positions as well, from 11th to 7th. As well, see the Cameron Porter is second ahead of Kiani already with 1 lap down. And we've got a position change of Jin choosing the pitch with what I would suspect wing damage, and also picked up a 5-second penalty along the way. A couple of incidents. Oh, that was Anderson. That looked like he was right on the back of a Sheik there with Brad on the back of him as well. So we've got possibly maybe a little battle here coming out of turn 8. Oh, and there's a little 3-way battle here with Wicked Nerf Pack and things. Oh, and that is Nerf Pack that's gone into the back of Wicked, and I believe that is an M plate. Yeah, his left M plate is off, so he is going to struggle around here. Especially with the sector 2, we've got Chris on the inside looking to take advantage of a little bit of wing damage there. And ahead we've got Kiani that sets the fastest, that with a 120.9. It was caught for a brief second. And Nerfpack not going into the pits there, so maybe the wing damage might not be affecting him too much. Or doesn't want to commit to an early pit stop. Nerfpack showing that he's running lower wings there. Just even with the toe and ERS, couldn't catch up, but that is Nerfpack that is off track, and that looks like Chris to go up on the inside, and also they have got Saki, Nerfpack's reserve team driver, behind him as well in a McLaren sandwich there, and that is, yeah, Nerfpack as well, showing the oversteer, not getting a turn on his car, and, oh, and that is Saki going on the inside, looking for a move on the inside, and he's got it, I believe they are side by side. Oh, and that is a little bit of contact, and that forces Saki to hit the grass, and that is Chris behind him looking to make a move there. Also got a very good exit there, right behind Chris, so taking Saki's place, taking the battle to Chris now Terriers is. We've got a nice little battle going on the back here. We've still got Saki on the back of Terriers. Saki not looking to give him that place easily, and he looks to go on the inside. Not there. Does lose a bit of time going for that move down, having to brake a lot earlier than what he would have done if he stayed in his natural line. And that is a yellow flag. Who is that? That is Cammy. Cammy looks like he's lost it there on the final corner. Okay, losing a lot of positions there as well. And that is Chris and Terrace is still going out. Terriers is looking on the inside, does to make the move on him. Oh, and that is Nerfpack again, and that gets a double overtake there through turns 1 and 2. And that is Saki behind, looking to do the exact same possibly. Saki as well out of nowhere. Saki getting the move done on Chris. Chris as well not giving up. Saki there. Coming out of nowhere, making do with what little space he had on the inside. A lovely move there. So yeah, we have got a battle here. Running down here. 14th down to 7th, 18th with Henry obviously looking to regain some position. Look on the inside of Chris through turn 8. This is going to be brave. This is side by side. The cars both make it out straight. And that is a risky but a well played move by Cammy there. Cammy looking for redemption, trying to make up for his off track there. Nerfpack again hit with a 3-second penalty. 4 laps in. But yeah, we have got a nice little battle going here at the back of the pack. Normally we'll pay attention to the front of the pack, but it's all going off at the back here. Again, everyone, I mean, the point's a point by the moment. Everyone is fighting for 1 point at this moment. We've got Saki as well. It's going to be interesting to see if Nerfpack does let Saki go here. So hopefully Nerfpack with the wing damage. Saki, of course, has got to catch up for this moment. And I believe Nerfpack is just out of DRS from the Terriers there. So we'll jump up as well and see what's happening at the DRS train here. So DRS train looks like it's running down from 8th to 13th. And yeah, that was Saki and Nerfpack swapping places there. I would imagine that one's coming soon. I think that's him. Not the cleanest exits out of the corner there. Brad is looking to capitalise for gain attempts there. A little move on from a streak in the Mercedes. We've got Kiani as well, who last time we saw him was a second behind, for now 7 seconds, so it is 7/10, sorry, looking like he is gaining place there. We've got as well, it looks like Snitsy goes in on Teabag. Chris looks like it's falling down to 19th. Charlie Henry's made a move, and that's bad of a 3-second penalty as well. So you've got Camry as well behind the 2. McLaren's looking to make a move on the inside. Nerfpack though, they're not giving up even with the slight wing damage. Still getting that car to turn in. Nice defensive move staying to the outside line, but that does, I believe, give Camry DRS and a toe, but cannot capitalise on that. Cammy as well looking like it's gone off track. I'm not too sure if that was a violation or not, but that is Nerfpack gone wide and Cammy to capitalise there. But I believe Nerfpack will have the inside line. Yep, coming out of turn 9. So Nerfpack playing offensive here, putting his car exactly where Cammy would want to put his car on the exit. Over this battle is allowing Teddy and Chris to catch up to them both. Good thing in what he's doing right now. He is holding them up to Saki. Maybe Saki can get a gap, and now unfortunately that is Saki. That is our first victim to turn 8 there. Saki there for the first spin through turn 8, unfortunately. We'll jump back on board with the DRS train we've got going on still here. We've got Wicken as well, who started back of the race. Saki's got a 3-second time penalty. Wicken, I believe, up 8 places already with 7 laps into this race. Though, just have about DRS. Is this enough for Wicken? No, it is rinsing his ERS. Paranoid there hit with 3 seconds, and Nerfpack as well hit with another 3 seconds, as well as Brad with 3 seconds, and Clay as well 3-second penalty. So penalties are come through, and that is Saki that has retired. In the pit lane, on the pit lane, crashed out on the pit lane. Not too sure what he's done there, but yeah, he's car's parked up on the pit exit there. Nerf pack as well coming in for each wing damage. This is Jins has left the session. Jins, not too sure what's happened there. Jins as well in 18th, so this connector will jump back on board. I believe we've got battle here. Saki's left as well, so yeah, we've got battle here. We've got Ninja. Getting another look here. Stitched Teabag again. Stitched Teabag. Who's that? And that is Milky Man ahead of Teabag as well. Again, have a look at position change. Yeah, Stitch up 2 places. Play up 5 places at the moment. So Wiccan again 8 places up in P12 with Paranoid on the back of Anderson here. Paranoid again going wide. And Cammy's in the pitch as well, so yeah, we could see Wicked here. Is sneaking, starting from the back, is trying to sneak his way into the top 10 here, and then we'll stay on board with Anderson if we've got a battle, or Brad and Sheik. Brad making a move, and Anderson as well looking to go on the inside, but not enough entry speed there, unfortunately. So we've got a battle as well. I believe that is Rickon right on the back of Paranoid now. So, yeah. Looking to go on the inside. Paranoid does hang it wide, but Paranoid will get the slingshot effect, and yeah, he's got a much better run out that down the hill there. Rickon though is looking at his options, looking on the inside and outside every corner. We're hoping Paranoid makes a wrong move. I know who is that? That is Ashik that has spun it as well. So Wiccan up into 11th place. Looks like he's just getting a better run, maybe running lower downforce than Paranoid. DRS enabled. Fortunately, no ERS. And that is Nerf that has spun it as well. And Paranoid is on the back of Anderson as well with the approach turn 1. We've got a little battle here. I mean, again, while it's all happening back behind in the Red Bull is catching up to this. DRS trade has sort of spread it out a little bit. Still got 4 cars left. Got Comp come through. How's it going so far? Yeah, going for a good race. We've got more action at the back than we have at the front. So far we've had battles running down from P15 onwards. Still got this little battle here. So we've got Paranoid as well, still with Wiccan behind him for company. Wiccan just hoping Paranoid just makes the wrong move, or he's right behind him, but Paranoid as well, keeping it nice and tight, not going too wide as we've seen in the past 2 laps. Again, this is all out, so Cam Ports, that's the fastest time for 1:20.8. So for the game recommended strategy, we will be seeing the cars coming in for the medium for the first stop in about 6 laps. Looking for the outside, and again Paranoid just getting a better corner exit. Straight line speed as well. And that is looking off track, and that is yellow flag, and that is Nerf pack again. That is lost it through sector 2. He does have the race leader Cameron Port 2 corners behind him. Yeah, race leader catching up to Black Markov. Nerf pack, Kiani again, second now behind him. And that is Teabag that has made a move for Snit. No, that is Milky Man that has lost 4 positions. Not too sure what's happened there, but that has allowed Teabag to move up into P3, Snitzy into P4, and Ninja up into P5. Again, we've got Snitzy still on the back of Teabag here. So now they are fighting for 3rd place. And I think there's going to be movement in the back of the pack here. Yeah, Wiccan still on the back of Paranoid. I did see the cars, the blips were side by side at one point. Still, again, it's one of them tracks that speed and cornering does affect each other. And Snitzy again, we've got distracted by that. Snitzy did make the move, I'm guessing, down pit straight. DRS enabled, so yeah, that puts T-Bag back into P4 with Ninja behind him looking to capitalise on T-Bag if he can find 6/10 on T-Bag. And then we're jumping back on board down to the DRS train, or where is it? Anderson, there is in P9. And that's a yellow flag, and that is Ashik that has lost it through exit of turn 1 onto turn 2. That's a yellow flag in sector 2. Who's lost it? Ninja has... Ninja's lost it? Yeah, Ninja has lost it down to P7. Jin's fight 2 seconds, going to invite Jin's back. There's an invite sent out to Ginge. So right, we're inviting Ginge back to the lobby. Come on over, taking at the back marker there. So sorry, we'll go back to business. Sorry about that, I got confused with where we were watching. So yeah, back in this little DRS train here. The DRS train's been going on for the whole race. Again, boys have got the pace on each other, but it's just making a move, not getting enough, not catching up enough through the corners. So play still with 3 seconds penalties with Brad as well, and Paranoid on 3 seconds, Ginger on 5 and Murph on 8. Hopefully Ginge will be back. In the race. No, it's looking into the pits. Wicken's pitting on lap 13, so maybe we're going for a super undercut here. So you see everyone's tyres on as well. So yeah, so hard runners unfortunately are out and out, all out of the top 10 here. So Wicken's coming on fresh hard. So maybe Wicken maybe pitting earlier, maybe anticipating the rain. And there's a yellow flag through sector 2. Not too sure what's caused the yellow flag here. Everything does seem to be moving. So yeah, we've still got Kiani as well now within Porter's DRS, now 8 tenths behind, 9 tenths. And that is Cameron Porter as well going in for an undercut. So Snitsy, that will move Cameron into Fekiani into P1, Snitsy into P3, and obviously get everyone above will move up. Snitsy as well looking possibly for another podium here. So a good couple of races in the past few rounds. So that is Cameron Porter as well coming out of the pit, and Anderson as well in the pits too. So yeah, a few cars here going for the undercut. Zero Camel 2 seconds, nearly 3 seconds behind. And then there's one yard lap as well. These hards. It takes a few laps to bed in to feel comfortable and with grip wise. It will take a while to bed the tyres in and get them worn down. See Cameron nursing a car through sector 1 as well. sure if we've got an impact with him. I imagine he would. So Kiani's into the pitch now as well, so it's going to be interesting to see. G-Bag's well in the pit, so literally looking to go for maybe an overcut here, maybe pull out something from G-Bag. Clay as well as into the pit, so yeah, so far everyone into pits on original mediums. So yeah, the Snitsy and Sinks are out on staying out on mediums here. So there was Cameron Porter comes to a pit stop. Porter. So Kiani did get the undercut, but unfortunately with his tyres did lose position. So undercut did work briefly there, but yeah, Kiani coming out the pit with the fresh hard again, giving a chance, and that is Terrius that's made a move on Kiani as well. So Terrius there had to pit early on in the race. Oh, and that is Teddy Henke forcing his way past as well. Even hardly any room for Kiani there. It did look like Kiani may have been forced off track. There has been an update as well on making moves like that, so we'll see how each driver feels about that. But yeah, it did look a bit forceful there. And unfortunately now Kiani has lost time to Cameron Porter. It is a few seconds down. Yeah, about 4 seconds down roughly of Cameron Porter, unfortunately there. So it's got a lot of time to find as well. So we've got Clay that's into the pit. Snitsy is staying out. Maybe Snitsy believes that. Lap 16, and that is Paranoid with us speeding in the pit lane. I think as well staying out as well. So yeah, Cameron Porter just behind. I think so. Maybe could, and that is him with a 3-second penalty as well, getting a third and final warning for the penalty on entry on turn 2, running wide on turn 1. You got Chris as well on these original tyres. On the driver that started on hards, I know him and Brad, no, Ashik on hard tyres and staying out on a hard tyre, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can benefit again as well. Chris kind of had a look, I believe he started at the back as well. Yeah, Chris started P16, so up into top 10 now. Henke up into P5 from starting at the back. So on the back of the grid, starting 19 there, so we've got a battle between Ashik and Brad, it looks like. So it's going to be interesting to see where Snitsy comes out of the pits. I mean, we've got the Sinks as well, and I would imagine he possibly could be pitting his lap as well. Yeah, pitting as well. So now it's going to be interesting. Cameron Porter, yep, does make the move. So Cameron Porter back in P1. Snitsy, we'll see where he comes out of. From a 3rd, 4th, 5th. So Snitsy starting back at P5. Oh, and that is Nerf back-to-back master on the section. What days are all the tiers on? So on Fridays, so on YouTube you'll have tier 1, tier 2 is here on Fridays on Twitch, and then you've got Sunday tier 3, which is at 8 o'clock. So again, it's streamed on Twitch. That is Kiani on the back of Teddy Henke. Teddy Henke has completely abused his ERS. So yeah, Kiani looking to move getting closer and closer to Henke. Of course, obviously Kiani is on the fresher tyres. Teddy Henke and Terrier, so again I don't believe they have stopped. No, they haven't. So yeah, 4 cars currently still on top, which are original 4 people that started on hards. Keep going through the different setting, yeah. So only Ninja that is on the mediums currently. And Wicken and Anderson are side by side for 13 and 14th here. Both on the same lifespan of tyres, 3 and 4 laps. But that is Anderson with no ERS. Oh, and that is Anderson looking to force Wicken to take a deeper inside line than what he wanted to, but is he looking to get a switch back there? No, it did look like he was trying to switch back, and that is whipping off track, possibly a track limit there. Anderson is not backing down though. Anderson maybe being smart, maybe trying to capitalise on a DRS straight up here, and he looks like he's got a much better exit there. Well, the Wicken hanging on as Anderson looks to go on the inside, and yeah, use position, not a ideal overtaking place there with the car in front of the distance. Anderson though, unfortunately did burn all of his ERS in that moment as well, trying to get the move there. T-Bag's dropped down into P7. T-Bag still got a couple cars again. He's got the second and third of Terriers and Teddy Henke of Aston Martin that are more or less start of pit, I believe lap 2 for the hards. So it's Chiani on the back. Speaking of Aston Martin, Chiani is on the back of Teddy Henke here, so again fresher tyres, so we should see an advantage of grip for Chiani. As I say, that does get a bit of snap of oversteer, and streaks into the pits. And like that is Chris as well with a 3-second penalty. We're jumping board back with Chiani as well, so we're going to see how Aston Martin play off here. I mean, all relatively low on deal, apart from Nerf Pack that has got 100% ERS. Yeah, everyone at the moment I have been abused now. He's got just under 50% of his ERS left. And Chiani is looking all over the back of Teddy Henke. We've got a battle for third and fourth here. Nerf Pack with a 3-second penalty. Unfortunately, we started the race off with quite a bit of vacuum in Chiani. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if Henke can make the move on Terrier's DRS enable again. Hardly any ERS between two cars in second and third. Does look like he's building up speed, but not enough. But it is enough to keep Chiani at bay. Snitchy again with 3-second penalty, so we'll have a look at the penalties now. Again, so Chiani's on 5 seconds. Oh, and who's that? That is Chris that's losing a lot of positions. Okay, he's into the pits. So far, making man at 120.6 for the fastest lap. And Cam Porter less than 2/10 behind him for the fastest lap as well. Got Ninja as well. That looks like it's closing the gap between him and Clay down to 3/10. And coming forward there, we're talking about fastest laps, 120.4. Oh, and that is Chiani that we're making a move, looking on the inside of turn 2. Oh, and that is contact, and Teddy Henke nearly had, completely lost control, nearly kept control of his car there. Again. Unfortunately, Teddy Henke there, I mean, Chiani did make a move there, but yeah, it was definitely contact between the two cars. And that is Nerf Pack, that is towards the yellow flag, probably just in the back marker, getting away of everybody there. So yeah, Chiani after that move on, Henke puts him into P3, so yeah, he's got Terriers up next, again, fresher tyres. Teddy Henke, unfortunately, there was victim there of contact, unfortunately losing him a lot of positions. Teddy Henke, though, at the moment was in P3, did start the race in P20, so 21 laps from back of the pack to at a point of third place, had a really good run there. So yeah, we've got a DRS train foreman as well, and that is a lap car of Jin just ahead, but I mean, it is benefiting Terrace, giving them DRS to help defend against Kiani. Again though, they were talking about rain. There is at the moment still no sign of rain. I mean, there's a few clouds forming in the sky, but at the moment it doesn't look like anything too concerning. As well, so if we have a look, Teddy Henke has come out on a soft tyres. So that is interesting. Teddy Henke has opted for his only pit stops as well. Yeah, so Teddy Henke has opted for harder softs. I mean, softs to last 9-10 laps is a big ask. Well, it is doable. Kiani as well, so my teammate is right in the back of Terriers. Again, Kiani has got 5 seconds as well, and since he has caught up to them too as well, so Terriers may be slowing down Kiani there, and that is allowing Milky Man as well in the Alfa Romeo to possibly even catch up to Snitsky, who's on the back of the pack here for too long, and Terriers into the pit, so that allows Kiani into P2. Does get DRS, there's no ERS, but that is Snitsky making a move into turn 1 on the inside. Does look like it's already got him on a straight, and yep, lovely move there. Looks like a little bit of contact there from Kiani and Snitsky. Kiani falling just slightly nudging the rear of him, and Terriers drops down into P8 so far if he's pit stop, and he's out of the... No, he's going to lose another 3 positions, I believe. Yeah, down to 11th place. So yeah, our lead at the moment, Cameron Porter, still on the lead. Kind of forgot he was racing, to be honest. 9 seconds nearly ahead of Snitsky in P2. So Cameron Porter started more or less dominant the race here. We'll have a look at Wicken as well. Wicken again started at the back of the pack in 9th place. See how Terriers as well has gone for the soft tyres. See if he can make them last again. 10 laps to go. 9, and that is the yellow flag in sector 2, and that is Ashik with no wing. So it looks like he's lost it there, coming out of turns 4, I believe. Yeah, no wing there for Ashik. I mean, Portugal, I'm going to be honest, I mean, normally quite easily a few safety cars could pop out, but he is that is Wicken on right on the back of Brad. Is he going to have enough to? He's got the speed, and that is Brad that makes the last move on the inside. But yeah, Wicken is with enough speed. They're going on the outside, going off track. Not too sure he picked up a warning, and that is Brad as well. A little bit of contact. Brothers looking on the outside, a little faster, and Teddy Henke's got a 1:19.3 for the fastest lap so far. Battle is allowing Anderson to catch up, though. We're going to see if Brad has an answer for Wicken there. Might as well with the fresher tyres. And we've got Kiani caught up to Snitsky as well. So it's going to be close, especially if you like. And that is Ashik that is out, and I believe that is a pit retirement for Ashik. So I'm not too sure if he's had wing damage there, rear wing damage there or not, but Ashik did DNF into the pits, and we've got that. That is Kiani with DRS on 60 all over the back of Snitsky now. So again, we're gonna have to look at the penalties to see them. I know Kiani was on the 5 seconds. Yeah, so Milky Man and Teabag at the moment are looking to possibly maybe get 2nd and 3rd here. Milky Man definitely will be getting 2nd place if he can stay behind Kiani. He doesn't even have to make the move here, just has to stay behind them. Teabag as well, just got to keep up as well. Teabag will definitely be P3, whether he can sneak P2. He's got 8 laps left to go. claim more as well, 3 seconds. Ninja behind him just was in that margin, 2.5 seconds separate Clay and Ninja, so half a tenth. Clay just got to find and keep ahead of Ninja by. And again we've got Brad as well, Anderson, 11th, 12th, 13. 5 seconds for Terriers. Thinks he's got 3 seconds. Paranoid's got 8 seconds. And down into 15th, with 8-second gap between the car behind him with Cammy. Chris has got 3 seconds, so Chris at the moment is safe for that 1 point. Again, that 1 point can be cruel, especially when it comes to your constructors. We've gotten back on board with Kiani, who, as I say, that looked like he was going to make a move on Snixie, but does spin it. We just caught him spinning it, so that puts his teammate Teabag up into P4 here. So Milky Man, so yeah, Teabag 2 seconds behind Milky Man. He's a seconds ahead of Snixie. So yeah, he is. Teabag is not too far off that 3-second penalty mark of Snixie. So again, Teabag looking for a podium here in Tier 2 as a reserve. And there's a yellow flag, and that is an Aston Martin of Teddy Henke, I think, that caused the yellow flag. Yeah, it looks like I might have lost it on. So we had a little spin on turn 1 and turn 2. We got back here as well, so Wickham's and Anderson as well, second separate car. And I think this is rain. I think I just saw a dash of rain on the screen. Not sure if it's a glitch or not. Yeah, I think that is rain. So we've got rain here. 6 laps to go. So it's going to be interesting to see how much increase of a rain we get. I mean, if it stays like this, it's not going to be worth pitting. I mean, we've got Milky Man and that's yellow flag in sector 2, which I believe is Nerf Pack again making. So yeah, we've got Milky Man and Snixie as well. So, and that is Ninja that is lost out 2 positions, who's into the pits. Ninja, is he gonna go for the Inters already? This is gonna be an interesting move if he does. Yeah, Ninja's pulled the gun early for the Inters. Is that gonna pay off or not? I don't think it's gonna be enough to get wet enough for intermediate. I think the track might be damp. The rain is coming down a little bit more now. It is easily be noticeable. So it's going to be interesting to see how it plays off again. Teabag is 3.5 seconds of Snitsy here, so 6 laps to go. There is rain coming in. And we've got Terriers on the back of Anderson and Brad looking to make a move. No, sorry, that is Anderson making a move on Brad, and that is Terriers as well. So we've got a 4-way battle: Wiccan, Brad, Anderson and Terriers here. And that is Brad looking to go down. And Cameron Porter is into the pits. Has Cameron thrown his part of the race away? I mean, if it is going to be wet enough, now would be the time to come in. But yeah, it is really hard to call. I mean, DRS is still enabled, I believe. Anderson, yeah, DRS is still enabled. Anderson is going to be making a move. No, sorry, that is Brad on the Wiccan. Brad going on the outside, Wiccan to hold the inside line. Is going to be tight. We've got 2 cars nearly side by side. Brad no going around the outside, and that is Anderson as well looking to go on the outside, and Terry's on the inside. So we've got a nice little battle here, and that is contact, and unfortunately that is Wiccan that was pushed to the side, and Terry does capitalise on that, gets move on both Wiccan and Anderson. So we have got a nice little battle. Oh, and that is Anderson literally finding a car's width, and unfortunately didn't make a move there. So with the rain coming down and these boys are pushing their cars, you know, it's going to be sort of nerve-wracking as well. Pushing the car, track is getting damper. We've got 5 laps left. Again, have a look at the tyres. I believe that it was only still. Oh, we've got 4 cars out on intermediates. Cameron Porter, though. I mean, we're going to keep an eye on the battle here, but also see the time difference of Brad and Cameron Porter. It's currently at 7 seconds. Have a look as well. So Teabag did get a move on Kiani. So no, Teabag was ahead of Kiani. So let's have a look at penalties to see how Teabag is getting on. So yeah, T-Bag still just like 3 seconds. So Snitzy again looking like another podium, and that is better than Terrorizer. Sorry, not Terrorizer. Well, Terrorizer for his car earlier, but Terry is there having a battle into P1. I mean, Ricken has fallen off the back of Anderson as well. Oh, and that these boys are not giving a lot of braking distance from the exit of car. These boys are getting incredibly close. I mean, yeah, it is a case of everyone is rinsing their ERS as well. I mean, yeah, the rain. Yeah, Terry has found a second on Cameron Porter there. 7 seconds to Brad. So yeah, Cameron. Good thing Cameron's got to do catch up. He's got a 5-second penalty. Yeah, I mean, 4 laps left. I can't see Inter's track will get wet enough for Inter's. I'll have a look as well, see who's on. Oh, and that's the yellow flag, and that is Teddy Henke. That's lost it from turn 2 again. So we'll have a look at tyres as well. So yeah, Cameron Porter, Ninja, Henke, and Nerf Pack all on intermediates again. I think it's going to be a race. I mean, we've got Cammy behind Ninja on hard tyres, Ninja's on a fresh Inter, so we will get a chance to see which one was better. I mean, Cammy does feel like he's got a little bit more grip as well. Ninja is. And then Matt Anderson, another 3-second penalty. Yeah, and then I don't think the Inters are going to do anything in this race, I'm afraid. Cammy will have the advantage of DRS, yeah, and yeah, it's gaining speed as well. So yeah, hopefully, I mean, Cammy are looking a bit. He's not accelerated there, but there's a lovely exit out of the last corner. Get to move on Ninja on the DRS straight. So we'll have a look as well. So Snitzy up 6 places, Milkman up 1. Wicken again gaining 10 positions from starting at the back of the pack here. So yeah, penalties as well. Let's get the interval back up. So T-Bag, I think that will work. Actually 4 seconds behind. So 2 laps to go, and that is Anderson that's made a move on Brad, and that is Brad that is spun it. Unfortunately, Brad as well was struggling to get his car back on track. I don't know if that was a cheeky reset or not, not too sure, but that is Paranoid. And Brad, yeah, lighting up your tyres isn't gonna help anyone. That's another little cheeky restart to track. Normally that might have caused a safety car early on in the lap. Carries a 3-second penalty, and that is Anderson as well that has spun it. So maybe DRS is now disabled. So 2 laps left. So maybe the Inters of Cameron Porter may actually get a little bit of benefits here. But again, he's a 3-second penalty. So unfortunately, he's not going to gain anything unless he can catch 3 seconds up to Clay. But yeah, car behind Terry 8 seconds, and Wicken 6 seconds behind him. So Cameron Porter possibly will stay where he is. And at the moment, he's sort of Snitzy running off the race. Got 2 laps to find, another 2 seconds to get his P1. Unfortunately, I believe the last race as well, he missed out on the final few laps to Kiani in Zandvoort. It'd be a shame if he crosses the line first but loses out due to penalties as well. We've got T-Bag as well, who's up in P3. That's what I think it's coming. No, it's not coming. But who's that? That's an Alfa Romeo. Yes, I think. And Wicken got 2 laps left to go. Rain is coming down a little bit more, but again, track doesn't look like it's wet enough for Inters. And that is Teddy. That was Teddy Henke. Brad looked like he was going into that is going to the pits. So I don't know why Brad's gone into the pits for with 2 laps left, and that's a retirement from Brad as well. So we got Ninja, so Ninja and Cammy, I believe, is on hard. So yeah, Cammy's on hard, Ninja's on Inter. So I mean, Cammy's on 24 laps hard, so not the best tires you want to be on when the rain's coming down. Inter's maybe look like it's warning, maybe the track is damp enough, and that is Kiani with a retirement. Kiani there, retired, facing backwards off the pit exit on the entry. So as Kevin Port moves up back up into P5. Yeah, again, no chance of a yellow flag. Carriers is up into 6 on the soft 10 laps old, so them tyres there must be feeling full effect. We are on the final lap here, and since he's still leading the race, but unfortunately will be losing out to Milky Man. He's got a second to find in the last lap if possible here. He is on 2 laps fresher hards, but the track does look like it is getting quite wild there. So yeah, Inter's, we've got a battle here for Clay and Cameron. We're just catching up. So Cameron, yeah, look, it does feel like the Inters are working. Cameron's up into P4. So yeah, risky moving. That's another yellow flag in sector 1. Not too sure what's happened down at the back there. But we have got a nice little battle here of Anderson, who goes on the inside. Oh, and that, oh, what the hell has happened there? Anderson sinks, and unfortunately, is that Ninja? No, that was Sinks. Yeah, that's lost about. Not too sure what's happened there. A little bit of contact, but we'll jump on board with Milky Man, who did get the move on Snitsy before the line. So that is Milky Man that crosses the line here to take P1, Snitsy in P2, but will Teabag gets P2 of Snitsy there. So now we've got Cameron Porter who's up in P4 again. Now, yeah, and unfortunately did gain a few places, but was it worth the risk on the Inter's P4? We got Clay finishing on P5. Terriers we've got coming across the line to take 6, and then Wicken and Anderson as well. We're going to see the penalties to see what it's going to be like with the penalties timing. So Wicken crosses the line. So I don't think the penalties are going to come into much effect. Paranoid in keeps his P9. Thinks will keep his P10. Yeah, Cameron Porter in the comments asking why he pit. Yeah, I don't that was a ball move. I mean, it wasn't you ninjaed on it at the same time, but yeah, maybe a couple of more laps would have benefited you. But yeah, Inter's looking at the came-in effect in the last 2 laps. You had the advantage. Every time I've done a league race in this chat and it rains, it gets wet so quick. That's what I'm on about with Cody's weather forecasts are not reliable. Don't listen to it. You're best off guessing. So driver of the day for the game is Terrius. I'm gonna have a long hard think about this for driver of the day. It is gonna be a hard one. Snitsy again throwing his hat up there. Milky Man and Teabag as well being a reserve in tier 3. So we're gonna skip this because last time we watched this and we didn't get the race results. So to finish off here in our Portuguese round, so Milky Man takes the lead, gets P1 starting from 3rd. Teabag starting from 4th, gets 2nd. Snitsy from 7th up into P3, another podium for Snitsy. Cameron Porter there, 4th place. Clay in 5th. Terrorizer up from 14th to take 6th. Wicken from starting from the back gets P7. Anderson in P8. Paranoid in P9. Sinks in P10. Ninja in 11th. 12th is Cami. 11th Chris. Ginger in 14th. Henke in 15th. 16th Kiani with a retirement. Brad's with retirement 17th. Nerf Pack in 18th. And Ashik with 19th. And DRS Saki in 20th. And yeah, Terrius, I'm not calling you Terrius no more. What you done to your car, you deserve to be called Terrorizer. But yeah, that has been the end result of our Portuguese round. I believe next week is Singapore, Hungary. I'll let you know now. Pretty sure it is Singapore. There's my Discord, there's the app. So, oh no, sorry, my mistake, completely forgot. Next race is France. So we will see you next week for another Tier 2 race. Obviously on Sunday we have got comms, I believe, maybe of Clay and Dan, I believe, maybe switching up, maybe have another special guest for Tier 3 race. Well, I hope you enjoyed the race, and we will see you next week at the same time. Thank you for watching.